Hey sailors, welcome to the crew. I'm Sea Lord Jenda, and this is my Let's Play of Rule the Waves 3 as Great Britain. In the last episode, we continued our war with Russia. Their fleet is scattered from the Baltic all the way to Northeast Asia, and we're trying to chase them down and prevent their commerce raiding efforts. And as we begin this episode, we've just intercepted a Russian raider in the North Sea trying to run our blockade. Okay, Diadem unfortunately is not a modern armored cruiser. She only has two 8-inch and 8 6-inch guns, but we'll see what she's run into here. There are not a small number of protected cruisers in the fleet more powerful than this armored cruiser, but... Okay. Alright, it's an even fight, actually. One Varyag class armored cruiser, 6,300 tons, two 8-inch, 8 6-inch, 12 3-inch, 3.5-inch belt, 1.5-inch. It's literally identical. It's the same ship. It's probably actually literally the same pre-generated design. So let's see what happens, I guess. Apparently Varyag is going to run even though they're identical ships. And we're not going to hit because fire control is literally non-existent still. Or at least proper centralized fire control and range finding of any sort, that is. Okay, this is just embarrassing for everyone. Have there been any hits? Oh, there was one. Oh, I think we're... Nope, I just saw some hits on them, actually. Hey, Diadem, how are you doing? Not bad. Not sure we're winning, but... Well, we're landing hits. Not as many as we're taking, I think. Damage is hardly crippling. Okay, it might be crippling now. Apparently we're only making 13 knots. So I'm thinking the Russian is going to get away. Yeah, we're not going to be able to... Oh. Wait, she's coming back in. That might mean she's decided for a cripple. Okay, let's try a little maneuver to bring our other side to bear, which is actually still a relevant tactic considering we have so many casemates. Not the most enthralling battle. Running low on ammo. And it's dark. You know what? Good riddance. Maybe she'll get interned. Alright. I'm gonna call it. We're gonna. What? She reversed as well? That's funny. Okay. Bye. What the heck is she doing? Is she just shadowing us in the dark here? I don't know what the game is. She keeps coming back at us for some reason. I think that they got the better of that overall, but it's very hard for me to say. We just kind of battered each other for several hours. Apparently, we both have medium damage. In fact, we took somewhat more damage, but not catastrophically more. They got 15 hits to our. Or we landed 15 hits to their 23. Varhag limps home with substantial damage. Great. Oh, they had an alliance. I didn't realize that. Yeah, okay. We should. Oh, that's embarrassing. I was prepared to fight this out. Well, them's the breaks. What did we get? Reparations or something? Lame. And training. We're losing so much money per month. Probably the existence of this gigantic Northeast Asian squadron doesn't help much. We will recall all of this to Northern Europe straight away. And let's see here. As far as the battle fleet goes, I believe I was planning on 25 without the last of the repulses, so say goodbye to the last of the repulse class. That will. Oh, I never even mobilized them. Whoops. Well, say goodbye to them. Now, the big problem with the Collingwoods is actually their speed. At only 16 knots, they will not keep up with the rest of the battle line. And also, their secondaries are rather anemic, even if they do have bigger primaries. But they're not terrible. I'm not going to replace them immediately or anything. And pull Illustrious London Drake. Okay, so as far as building priorities, we've got some Berwicks under construction, which will bring us up to a little more respectable of an armored cruiser tonnage. We have plenty of light cruisers, but we're kind of aiming to shuffle out the last of the light cruisers, or protected cruisers, that is, that don't have 6-inch guns, which honestly I kind of thought we had, and I think maybe these still being in service is an oversight. We're going to go ahead and scrap those, though. Sure, we need more foreign stations tonnage. I will just assign one of these at random. Have fun. There's a couple more. Maybe they only scrap one at a time, even if I. No, they should scrap two at a time. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that trimmed us down by 5 to 34. I'm happy with that, because those are. I don't like them. They're kind of a liability. All the others are pretty decent light cruisers, I think. Based on their armament, at least. Oh, wow, we're not even close on foreign stations tonnage. Okay, well. Let's have the older ones go to foreign stations, I guess. And then not that far apart, actually. Or far off. Okay, let's see what happens in a month, because the budget needs to stabilize a little. Apparently it's not going to. Well, give it a couple months, we'll finish a couple of Berwicks, and that will pretty much stabilize the budget anyway. Yes, absolutely, we should take the opportunity. Thank you. We've secured the Liaotung Peninsula for 100 years. However, I will back off on Libya. Yeah, the Italians can have it. As long as they don't get any ideas about the Suez Canal. Okay, so we have that whole fleet on the way home. We are still losing a lot of money, but we're about to finish a couple of cruisers, so that should mostly stabilize it. Sure. Alright, that's one finished. That's two finished. Destroyers have all worked up, and the budget's not so bad now. Okay, so I don't have a whole lot of terpsichores, but they're not that much better than all the other protected cruisers, really. What do I want to build? I mean, we don't really have the money, but what do I want to build? Apparently, I still need more destroyers, but I find the current destroyers so terrible that I really don't think it's worth it. Honestly, either armored cruisers or we still just kind of need more battleships. We just don't have a very crushing advantage over the likes of Russia and France. I mean, not numerically, no. Our tonnage is heavier on average, but not numerically. At least Russia's really piling up alliances, huh? The Prime Minister suggests that Captain Campbell, who is below average but well connected, would be an excellent choice to command Canopus, huh? I can't override our procedures for focus. Man, that cost me 2 out of my 2 prestige. Counter-flooding valves for damage control. Cornwall. See, here's the thing. You accumulate prestige so slowly, I don't really ever feel like it's actually... it's rarely worth spending it just to change the trajectory of one officer. I don't feel like they have enough impact on the outcome of combat for it to matter, even post-update, but we'll see. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? Do it. Keep building them. Crisis with Germany? Heck, you know what? I'm not even... You know what? Sure, if it leads to war, I'm prepared to fight it. I don't think it even will, but... Oh, and a collision with France. It's their fault. Okay, the budget is balanced. We just commissioned 3 more cruisers. In response, I'm going to lay down 3 more cruisers. Because we still don't really have a major predominance in that field. After that, it's going to have to be some protected cruisers, probably. Maybe another battleship, so we have 30. Italy has stolen tech from us. Sent them an angry note. Well, we probably would have built more anyway, so sure. You know what? That's fine. We're allies. We can share some Czech tech with Japan. Why not? Okay. So that's our building program. 4 battleships, 4 armored cruisers currently. I should probably put some of these in reserve, but don't do that as much as I should. Because it saves a lot of money. Ah, fantastic central range finding. Okay, that is important. So, let's get that installed immediately on all ships. I don't think there's anything else that needs to be changed here, really. Doing that would save barely anything. So with this class at least, let's just throw on central range finding and call it good. What? Okay, didn't know what that was about. Let them get rebuilt. Ah, Krupp armor. That's a huge improvement. Historically, it is. I'm not actually quite sure how important it is in game, but so much money. I don't even use 3-inch guns that much. Although I usually like to buy every tech that comes up, but that's egregiously expensive. I think I'll just pass. When do I even use 3-inch guns? I pretty much always use 5-inch guns as secondaries, because my understanding is they're the largest caliber that doesn't get penalties when they're secondaries, so. 3-drum boiler. Weight savings on machinery. Okay, the rebuilds for these are done. Let's get the illustrious class rebuilt. They will also need central rangefinder. And that's about it. It's going to be pretty expensive, but it'll only take 3 months. Ah, 400-ton destroyers. Maybe they'll actually be useful. We will have to take a look at that. Oh, political murder. Demand the guilty be brought to justice. Everyone hated that. Who enjoys bringing the guilty to justice, honestly? Okay, central rangefinder for you. You're really kind of overweight. What if I stripped off a couple of those? That wouldn't actually even help very much. Oh well, we'll deal with it. Yeah, and then next will be all the Collingwoods, but we also need to add this to all the cruisers, but yeah, we'll extend our arrangement with Japan. Oh boy, crisis with Russia now. That made tensions pretty high, actually. Sorry. Okay. Let's get the Collingwoods rebuilt. They need at least this. If I were to, that just does not save enough weight to make any big difference. Apparently we don't have that many machinery techs. Okay, central rangefinder it is. Oh, and you're gonna need fire control. I can't fix any of those other three things, so... I don't even see what's supposed to be wrong with armoring the main turrets the same as the belt. You know what? I think that just came up because crap armor is a thing now. But armor is usually heavier before that. No. Well. Great news. After like 2 years of peace, we are back to war with Russia. Well, didn't see that coming. They have built up to 30 battleships, and they've also rebuilt their cruiser force to 15 and 13 ships. But we've completed all of our 30 destroyers, and we've trimmed the fat out of our cruiser force. We've finished the Berwicks, we've finished a couple Londons. We've given ourselves fire control. So, let's get gunnery training going. And let's see, the Londons and Illustriouses are the only ones actually ready right now, but give it 2 months and the whole fleet will be ready again, it's fine. As long as we don't get knocked out of the war in like day one. Japan, ooh, okay. It could get ugly in the Mediterranean, where they are allied with both Austria, Hungary, and Italy. However, we're allied with Japan at least, so... hopefully it should work out all around. So we're going to training gunnery. We're going to finish all these rebuilds. We're going to have... pretty much, we're going to have these do trade protection. The stags here can, I guess, escort the fleet. Most of the fleet's going to stay here. Most of their fleet is here. They have a couple of cruisers scattered around all over the place. And they have a lot of battleships out in Northeast Asia, actually. Okay, well, they've got 14 here. All told, yes. However, I can't actually leave yet, because I only have 10 currently. We have to wait for all these to finish, and then... oh, okay, they have sent 15 battleships to Southeast Asia. And I have 1 protected cruiser. Well, we'll see how that goes. Good luck, HMS Calliope. Okay, it's about to be full dark as well. No idea where to start looking for them. And I don't really think we can probably afford to find them if they actually have 15 battleships or some such. nothing so far. Do we know what their objective is? I don't see anything obvious. We just have to assume it's near Singapore. Oh, daylight. Okay. They had 3 battleships and 2 light cruisers. And apparently... Oh. Wow, we were actually quite close to each other in the dark, but then they just got stuck going in circles off Malacca all game. Yes, yes, definitely yes. Okay, the Hannibals have completed their rebuild. Oof, sorry. The Hannibals have completed their rebuild, except for one of them. The Collingwoods will complete their rebuild next turn. We also have 3 Londons, which will be completed within the next couple of months. No, 4 Londons, which will be completed within... Well, 3 that'll be finished in 3 months, and 1 that will be finished in 8 months. So, although we weren't caught fully prepared, we should have preeminence in battleships quite shortly. There is the little issue that Italy apparently has 25 battleships of their own, amounting to almost as big a fleet as myself and Russia's, despite their tiny budget by comparison. Yeah, I have no idea how they're paying for all that, actually. And Austria-Hungary has 18 battleships. So that will be a lot, but I'm just going to focus on Russia, honestly. I expect Italy and Austria-Hungary will enter the war, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Hopefully we can deal some damage to the Russians first. They did. So, I mean, Austria-Hungary entered the last war, achieved nothing, so... Alright, so HMS Thetis, a very modern Terpsichore class protected cruiser, 8,900 tons. 21 knots. Should make her fast enough to catch most rival cruisers at this point. We just need to... Okay, it's just a Pallotta, so we have a clear superiority over that. We just have to catch her. Which is easier said than done, of course, but hopefully HMS Thetis can do it. Unfortunately, these stern chases are just very slow affairs. Well, there's a couple hits. We just gotta get in real close. Really all there is to it. We've got to rebuild all our cruisers with rangefinders as well, but battleships take priority. Of course. Whoop. as we don't get a freak shot blowing us up, we've pretty much won this. And there we are, yeah. We only took... Whoops. Well, we only took minor damage. We sank that cruiser quite decisively. And that's a bunch of reconstructions finished. And improved hydrostatic valve for better torpedoes. Oh no, they dominate Kenya. Yeah, so... most of the fleet is back in service. That gives us 24 battleships to their 13 in this area. Of course, they have... they had a ton over there. Are they sailing back? Yeah, looks like it. Makes sense because they're not at war with Japan yet, and they're worried about being blockaded. Thanks for watching, sailors. Hope you enjoyed. New parts will be up every other day, or you can watch live on Twitch. If you did enjoy, consider leaving a like and subscribing. Have a nice day, sailors. This is Sea Lord Agenda, signing off.